Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mind Positive Store, where we talk a lot about mental health, self-love, self-discovery and just becoming the best version of ourselves, which already exists. Today is a brand new video and I'm so excited to be back filming because I really miss this. There's a lot going on in my life. I went for a vacation. You'll see a lot of my vacation content in my vlog channel, which is callusdoit.com. Please do check it out. But there's a lot of other things going on as well. We had guests at home. I couldn't film because of that. I was not feeling well. My husband was not feeling well. It was just a chaos. Okay, now it's all done. I'm ready to get back to my routine. I'm ready to come back to my YouTube channel, and I really miss making these self-love content because as I make all this content, I practice it in my own life. I take all the advice I give you guys so personally that it really helps me in days when I'm not feeling my best, in circumstances where I'm feeling very confused. These videos really come into my help as well. Hope you guys are doing great and I'm back. I really missed you. Let's straight away get into the video. Today's video is all over internet. I'm seeing it on YouTube, on Instagram, any article platform, any magazines. This is the topic everyone's talking about. I really wanted to share my take on this topic. Today's topic, as you guys can read the title, is all about becoming the best version of yourselves in 90 days. Become unrecognizable, become the star, the ultimate version of you that you've ever seen before. I'm talking about you recognizing that version. How to get ready for 2025. We can't wait for 2025 to start our New Year resolution. I hate that. I genuinely think that New Year resolutions don't work. Guys, don't come at me, but I genuinely believe that starting a new resolution in a new year is such a common thing for all of us. It is a part of New Year. Like, we celebrate New Year, we meet our friends, family and everything. At the same time, internally or with our friends, we discuss few resolutions that we want to take. And 90% of the time, it can be higher than 90, but 90% of the time, these resolutions don't go anywhere. Gym subscriptions are taken 1st of January, but discontinued by 10th of January. This happens to every single person I know, and it happens in my life as well. So what we are going to change right now is to plant seeds now, this very moment, to be ready to harvest in 2025. We are not going to wait for New Year to kick in to change our habits, change our old self, change the version that we don't like anymore. We are gonna do it right now so that you live the best life in 2025. As usual, here are the video chapters. Let's straight away get into that. Chapter 1, resolutions. Plant the seeds now. As I said in the introduction part of the video, where resolutions don't really work 90% of the time. Sorry to break your bubble, but that's what happens. But what I mean by plant your seed right now, we don't have to wait for 2025 to make changes. We can make changes now. Changes in our habits, changes in the way we perceive things, changes in the way we want to live, so that we ease it out in 2024. By the time we hit January 2025, when the 90 days get over, you will be a new you, and it will not feel like everything is happening overnight, because usually when New Year hits in, we have all these resolutions for ourselves: not to eat unhealthy, not to go out and eat a lot, go to gym, talk to more people, be more friendly, be more kind, blah blah blah. All these things come in. This is a lot of rules to be followed from the 1st of January, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to fulfill it throughout the year. There will be something or the other that will slip out of way because we are not used to all these big changes at a time, right? The process has to be smooth and we have to ease into it so that we don't feel the pain of moving into a new version. And usually what comes with pain or what comes with uncomfortable feeling is we tend to go back to the way we were. That's human tendency. When a new change comes, which is not suggested by you and someone else is trying to bring in that change, the first reaction as humans we do is say no. We don't want to have any changes in our perfect, comfortable life. I don't want to make changes because I'm very happy and comfortable in the way I am right now. That's how all of us react. Chapter number 2, understanding the long game. All of us love instant gratification. I too, like, I'm guilty in this. Every one of us is super into getting a reward instantly after doing something. I also have a lot of videos in this channel that talks about tricking yourself into instant gratification on doing stuffs that you are uncomfortable doing, or when you want to get out of your comfort zone. For example, I always wanted to go for a Pilates class, but I was very scared because this is the first time I'm doing, and I don't know if I like it. There are so many people in the class who are better than me. Like, for me to push myself out of my comfort zone, I had to trade something with myself. So what I told myself was, if I go to the Pilates class, I will take myself for a solo date, something that I love doing, either on a movie date or a pottery class, anything that I really like doing, in return of attending the Pilates class fully. So these are all like small instant gratification that keeps us going, which is not exactly a bad thing altogether. I'm not telling you to stop looking at all those small instant gratification. What I mean in this chapter is for you to understand there's something bigger behind it. We all are working towards a bigger goal in this life. It can be becoming famous. It can be becoming rich. It can be becoming a person who can help more people around you, who can be more recognizable for the work, the talent they are bringing into the table. That is the bigger picture, and not you working out today. You're working out today, or you're putting that 1 hour focus block to work on the project you told you will work. That's not the reward you're getting. The reward you're getting is to become the ultimate person you wanted yourself to be. Whatever it might be. It might be in your personal life where you want to become a mother and you want to embrace that whole feeling, and you're putting in the hard work right now to keep yourself healthy, do all the healthy habits. Or if it's in your career, you want to become the boss, you want to be the CEO. So you're putting those extra 1 hour every single day to learn a new skill, to upgrade yourself. All this is just the short-term tasks or the short-term goals you're ticking off to move into the long-term part of the scene. I'm not promising that you will attain your long-term goals in these 90 days, but I can assure you that you will be able to tick off several of your short-term goals that will lead the road to your long-term goals. Chapter number 3, kill your old self. This sounds very dramatic, but it's not. Trust me. What I mean to say in this chapter is, until and unless your old self is still alive and just hanging around, you will not be able to move into a new version of yourself. Unless and until you have an old couch still lying in the room, you will not be able to buy a new one. Unless and until you completely shift from your old self, your new self will not feel comfortable enough. Your new self will not have enough room to show the best version of it so far. So what do I mean by kill your old self? This starts off with 3 steps. The first thing is having a life audit. Now, what does a life audit mean? Basically, it's a review, like a 1-year review you have with your boss on your performance. This is basically that. Once a life audit is done, you will clearly understand all your red flags, all the things that you want to change and move on into a better person. Identifying these and putting a pin on each one of them is the second step. Unless and until you identify what is one habit that is a big no for you, you will never move into the third one. The third and the final step is to keep reminding yourself to stop quitting. Basically, what I want you to do in the third step of life audit is keep reminding yourself. Every time you catch yourself doing something you said you shouldn't be doing, stop then and there and remind yourself that this is the old version of Ankita. This is the old version of me that I no longer want to cater. So once you're done with the life audit, you will be able to realize and understand and even help yourself to move away slowly from your old version. And this requires consistency, guys. That's the second part of killing your own self. Consistently work on yourself. And the third part basically is being honest and true to yourself. You are answerable to yourself. There's no judge in this courtroom. There is no external pair of validation that is waiting for you to tell that, oh yeah, I did cut my sugar. Like, that's okay, just 1 bar is fine. End of the day, you should feel that you have done what you promised yourself to do. Chapter number 4, discipline and consistency. 2 of my favorite words, and I bet this will be my intention in 2025 as well. These 2 ingredients, add into the potion, mix it all well, take a sip of it, you should be ready. Basically, discipline is powerful than motivation. Motivation keeps fluctuating, guys. Certain days you're really pumped because a lot of things contribute to your motivation, right? Like the mood that you are in today, it is contributed by the cup of coffee you had in the morning, the people you're surrounded with, you slept well last night, you got a promotion, you spoke to your favorite person in the world. All this contributes to the motivation. But discipline is something that's steadfast. No matter whatever happens in the environment, whatever happens in your life, discipline kicks in when it needs to. These rules can be putting yourself first, creating boundaries that no one else will cross so that you safeguard your mental health, working on your health, working on developing yourself more. So these can be the rules that you can incorporate and be disciplined and stick to these rules religiously. No matter what, there should be 10 things, like 10 commandments. There should be 10 things in your life that you always have to stick to. Consistency again gives a huge boost to all the discipline stuffs you're doing. So basically it takes about 21 days to create a habit, and it takes about 66 days for you to automatically make that habit into a life pattern. 90 days is more than enough to transform yourself to creating habits, creating the version that you always dreamed for. Coming to the fifth and the final chapter of this video, which is nothing but actionable steps, my favorite part of the video, where I share few actionable steps that you can start doing right now, like today, so that you can see changes in yourself pretty soon. Starting with number one, which is basically life audit. Ask yourself, what can I do today that will make me happy, make me feel better in 90 days? Always remind yourself on this particular question and ask it again and again, so you can actually evaluate the changes you are making and see if it really makes sense to create the best version of yourself in 90 days. The second action step is to not share your goals with anyone. Now, after you've seen my video, you do a life audit, you create goals, you create rules, all this is done and you start working on it. Do not share it with people. What happens basically is when you share it with people, it creates a scenario in our brain that it's already achieved. You're talking about it, you're boasting about the things you want to do. It creates a situation or a scenario in your head which feels like you've already done all of them, and that's exactly what we don't want. Action number 3 is associating yourself with the right kind of people. I can't stress on this point more, because people around you, the environment around you is very, very important to make sure you grow better in your life. The fourth action step is eating healthy. Whatever goes inside your mouth has to be monitored. Yes, there can be cheat days. Yes, there can be days where you're not feeling well and you just want to eat a bowl of ice cream. That's okay, but that shouldn't be your habit. One of the important thing that you have to incorporate to become unrecognizable, to become the best version of yourself, is eating, because that's where everything starts. If you're eating a healthy diet, you will definitely feel better. There will be no bloating, your skin will be glowing, your overall mood will be better. Another factor that's very important for your physical health again is working out. Working out at least 3 times a week. This is bare minimum, guys. I really want you guys to take this seriously. Workouts can be of any sorts, anything that you like. Dancing, yes. Zumba, yes. Weightlifting, yes. Gym, yes. Swimming, yes. Playing badminton, yes. Anything that you want to incorporate as a workout, do it, but at least 3 times a week. Again, as I said earlier, ease that into your lifestyle. Don't make all these changes overnight, because you're going to hate yourself in the next 2 days, which is not what we want. So ease that habit into it. Maybe the goal is to work out 3 times a day. Maybe you start off with once a week, then you move it up to twice a week, then you move it out to 3 times a week. So slowly introduce these new things in your life, that you don't feel pressured into being pushed into something that you didn't want to do in the first place. The final actionable step is my favorite. It's all about self-love, which is what this whole channel is all about. Make sure you prioritize your self-love. Again, in the name of self-love, this I want to address, guys. In the name of self-love, nowadays a lot of influencers are promoting random things, like taking long showers is self-love, lighting up a candle is self-love. I don't know. Like, that's not the real self love. You know what I mean? It's all like superficial things that can elevate your mood for today, that could maybe make you feel a little bit better, make you relax a little bit more. But the real self love is understanding you, discovering who you are in your true self, and embracing that, loving yourself more than anything in this world. It is borderline obsession, which is okay. Who is gonna obsess about you if it's not you, right? We can't wait for our Prince Charming to come into the play, or our princess to come into the play and just love us more than ourselves. I don't know if that'll even happen, or I don't know if that's even in our life cards, but you have someone so precious in your life to love more than anything in the world, which is you. So practice self-love by journaling, practice self-love by shadow journaling. I have so many videos around that. I have so many free materials in my website as well. So please do check out Mind Positive Store for any sort of help. I hope this video was super helpful for you guys to use the leftover days in your bag in 2024 to become the best version of yourselves. Dust those vision boards, bring them into play. All the things that you promised that you will be doing in 2024, you still have time. I'm not kidding, you still have time. You have 90 days left with you, which is more than enough to bring in the best version of yourself. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. That's all for today's video. Please do check out all our other videos in YouTube and in Instagram as well. Don't forget to support us by liking this video, putting a comment, and also subscribing to our channel. It will be really helpful for me to grow my channel and to help and reach more people. That's all for today. Take care. Bye bye.